That's right, guys. In this video, you're gonna learn which AI is the best one for creating trading strategies. Yay, finally, because I see a lot of you guys in Telegram trying different AIs and you're having mixed results, right? So I want to help you guys. So I came up with a test suite where we have easy questions, medium questions, and very hard questions for the AI. Depends what you're trying to create. I'm going to explain to you all of that. And I'm going to show you which AI is the best one for each category, which one is the best one overall, and which one you can basically ignore because it's a waste of time. On top of that, you're going to get also my prompts that I used for all my testing. Also, you're going to get all the code that has resulted from this prompt. So you might find good trading strategies in there. And all of that is in a Google document so you can recreate all of my results. Of course, over time, these AIs will get better or maybe even worse at creating trading strategies. This test is now standardized, so I can run it every now and again to always know what the AIs are capable of when it comes to trading strategies. So make sure to be subscribed for those update videos to not miss out. I'm testing on these AIs in this video, but if you want to test on different AIs, perfect. Take the standardized test and just run it and let everyone know down in the comments what the results are. So we always know which one is the best one for what we're doing here on this channel, right? Which is creating trading strategies, which is improving trading strategies, and also automating trading strategies, okay? And if you're really honest, then my whole channel is a free course on how to do all of that, okay? So if you didn't yet watch my freaking algo trading playlist, which is one of the biggest game changers in your trading life ever, then you should watch it, okay? That is why we have so many subscribers. We have 4,000 people in our Telegram group. Join if you're not there yet. And so basically what I'm saying is, get the knowledge into your brain because it will change your life forever, okay? As always, this is not financial advice. Crypto is risky. You can lose all of your money, guys, right? That's why you subscribe to this channel, you click the freaking bell, you like this video, you watch all the videos on my channel so you have the education and you know what you're doing so that your chances are always at an all-time high. And speaking of all-time high, why am I wearing this hat? Well, because I'm celebrating a couple of things, guys, right? 60,000 people on YouTube. Crazy, okay? Crazy, right? So thank you very much, guys. I'm really humbled. It's amazing. I really love that. Then also I'm celebrating that Bitcoin is at 100K, which is awesome, right? Then I'm also celebrating that my personal portfolio is at an all-time high because I'm using all the knowledge I give you here for my own portfolio as well. I'm automating everything. I'm using trading strategies, all the stuff, right? And also, I'm celebrating that we have 4,000 people on Telegram and we're helping so many people there, which is exactly my goal, okay? My goal is helping people and I'm confident to say we already reached it, but I will continue, okay? Because it's awesome. It feels good, okay? And I want to say thank you to people who helped there, especially Grumcats, Josh, and Mr. Spanky, but also Igor and Eduardo, which are also very helpful to people. And by the way, if you're ultra active, okay, the top 10 people that are the most active and actually helpful, not just active, okay, they will get SIGNUM for free, all right? Because I want to say thank you in this way. So if you're helping in the community, that is my way to repay you, all right? With all of that in mind, now let's finally look at which is the best AI for trading strategies. Okay, guys, this is how it's gonna go down. In the background, I have a diagram. It has all of the test cases and the results, and I've asked the AIs easy, medium, and hard questions. Of course, it's always about trading strategies, and I have all the prompts and everything available for you to double check, and we're gonna go from left to right, and I'm gonna reveal to you the results by removing this gray box step by step, okay? And I'm gonna start with the easy category. What is the easy category? And also, how did I even test, okay? Because you need to know all of that. So first of all, I have a prompt and everything, but then I gave each AI, I gave it the chance to give me a profitable version of the strategy. So I tried multiple times until I got a profitable version, and then I took that. There are cases where the strategy never produced profitable versions, and at some point I gave up, okay, because I don't have all the time in the world, and in that case, well, it failed, okay, and I will show you that as well. And which AIs did I actually test with? As you can see here, I've tested with OpenAI O1, I tested also with Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and with Horizon AI, and also with the free Gemini 1.5 Pro. Now, the interesting part about this is they cost kind of the same. I mean, they cost 19 bucks, this costs 20 bucks. I mean, it's really the same, but this one is free, okay? So the question is, can this AI deliver good results because it's free? So for a lot of people, this might be a good idea. For certain cases, but not for all cases. So let's see when this AI performs well and when it doesn't perform well. Okay, and for that, you have to know what was the prompt that I used for the easy category. And what is the easy category? Well, the easy category is creating a strategy from an indicator. You know that from my previous video, which got over 500,000 views. But I always used O1 preview. Back then it was called O1 preview. Now it's called O1 because they released the full version. But I never actually tested it with these other AIs, right? And see if it actually works there as well. So the prompt was like follows. And by the way, you have full access to this prompt because you're gonna get access to this document here. And this document contains all of the prompts and all of the code that has been generated by all of these AIs. So it doesn't get much better than that. And so here you, oh, by the way, yeah, here you can see the table of contents, right? You have the easy prompt, the medium prompt, the hard prompt version 1, and the hard prompt version 2. And by the way, I have to click here to update this. And you can see that I've tested them with all of these AIs. So the easy prompt is basically, in a nutshell, right, is the indicator, right? Bollinger Band indicator. And I tell it how to use it to create a strategy, right? So when to buy, when to sell, and a lot of instructions to not mess up. Okay, so I give it a lot of information basically, and I don't give it a very hard problem to solve because it just has to take one code and convert it into another code, but it's really the same logic, just that it's not an indicator, it's a strategy. So it's not so hard. Okay, so let's see how these AIs manage to do it. And by the way, when I say OpenAI, I mean ChatGPT, you get the plan, right? And if you try the same thing with 4.0, it will not work, okay? So it doesn't make any sense to try with this. So that's why I start with 0.1, yes, which is a paid version. It costs, I think, 20 bucks a month. But with any other version there, it doesn't make sense with ChatGPT. So it's a waste of time. So let's reveal the result of this prompt. Okay, the result is that, well, it worked out. Okay, it was very easy to do, profitable strategy. It worked from the first try. Okay, so it gave me a profitable strategy with 1,187% profit with a drawdown of about 50%. And all of these results have been measured on the Bitcoin USD index chart on the 1-day time frame. So yeah, whatever. This is just one indicator, right? So usually one indicator only is not a great strategy, but hey, it works, right? So you can create a strategy from an indicator. So you already know this from my previous video, but let's see if Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which is the best one for complex tasks, right? If that can also solve the problem, and tada, it can solve the problem as well. And it has exactly the same numbers. Of course, it has the same numbers, right? Because it's the same problem. It's exactly the same thing to solve. So it has the exact same result as the ChatGPT version, right? With the O1 model. And now let's go to Horizon AI, which is a very interesting AI that you can use inside of TradingView. So they kind of integrate and then they read all of the stuff that is happening there. But in this case, it didn't have to read much because I gave it the whole prompt, okay? All of these AIs, they all got the exact same prompt. So it just copied this one basically and copy paste, boom, that's it, right? So all of them had the same exact input, okay? So let's see what Horizon did, okay? So Horizon actually also managed to solve the problem, but I had to try twice because it gave me some weird results and some coding errors, which is very weird. And yes, I put the wrong screenshot here because I should have put the backtest, but I can tell you they have exactly the same result as this, right? So it's pretty much the same. It's exactly the same even. And Horizon, by the way, if you want to see how it looks like, it integrates as a plugin here. You see this black box, and this is inside of TradingView, and you can use it inside of that. It's very nice, and it can have some interesting results. We're gonna see, okay? We're gonna see how it actually performs also on the medium and hard category. Now let's go to the Gemini version, Gemini 1.5 Pro, which is fully free to use, okay? You don't have to pay anything for that. And let's see the same problem, same prompt, how did it manage? And ta-da, it managed also to solve the problem exactly the same as the other ones were able to solve the problem. So as you can see here, the same result exactly as the other guys. So this is good to know, right? So it means that you can use Gemini for these kind of problems where you want to create a strategy from an indicator. There is no issue using Gemini. Now the question is, can Gemini also solve the medium type problem where you want to improve a strategy by adding an indicator to an existing strategy? Okay, you know this also from one of my videos, which also got a lot of views, and I used the ChatGPT O1 preview back there. But again, the question is, can these other guys also solve the problem? Let's see. So in order to find out, let's reveal the prompt. So the prompt is here, but also of course in the Google document. So go to the Medium prompt. This is the Medium prompt. What is it about? Well, first of all, this is the indicator that it has to take in this way to add it to this strategy. Okay, so I give it all the code, right? I give it the indicator code, the strategy code. I tell it how to combine them together. It has also all the things that it has to avoid. So this is just to make life easier for the AI to come up with the right thing. Okay, so this is the next level because it has to combine two different code bases together, but it's still doable, right? For most of them. So let's see, okay? So O1, it's not a real surprise because you know from my video already that it works very nice. So it produced this result with 1,800% profit and 14.17% max drawdown, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. Okay, that is nice, but you already knew that, right? From my previous video that this works, especially with the O1 version now that is even better than the O1 preview, definitely works, okay? So that's easy. But can Claude 3.5 Sonnet also deliver this result? Let's see. Yes, it can deliver this result, actually exactly the same numbers as we got from ChatGPT. And of course, we have the same numbers because there is no ambiguity here, right? So I'm telling it, take this indicator, take the strategy, combine it like this and make it happen, okay? So the result has to be the same because this is what I'm telling it to produce, right? I'm telling it to combine these two things. So it cannot be very creative anyway, right? It has to just do it, right? Okay, that's nice, but let's see if Horizon AI can solve the problem as well. And how good can it solve the problem? So the thing is that Horizon is integrated in TradingView, so it's a different experience, but does it really matter, guys? Because the whole thing is just to make it work, right? So Horizon AI was able to deliver, but I had to try many times to get there. So for some reason, it didn't really like the prompt, and so it made a lot of mistakes. And so the result is the same at the end of the day, right? So I have the same 1,100% with 14.17 max drawdown, but it took me time, guys. Okay, so I almost gave up on this thing. And the thing is, it's not bad or something. It's just that it takes more time to get there, right? And also it's a paid version, right? So it's not like I'm saving money. It's just takes longer, okay? Okay, that's all well and good, but let's see how Gemini performs, right? Because Gemini is a free AI, okay? So if it can also make it happen, that would be amazing, okay? And by the way, the prompt again is here. You can use the exact same prompt to achieve hopefully the exact same result. But let's see if you can do it with Gemini or not, okay? So bam, no, okay? So Gemini basically gives up because it has a lot of coding errors, and I tried so many times and it always failed to combine these two codes together, right? To combine the indicator, right, with the trading strategy code, and it didn't really work. Okay, so at some point I said, screw that, because I mean, it takes too long, right? So Gemini basically failed here. So now you know that you can solve the easy problems with Gemini, but not the medium problems, okay? So Gemini is out of the race, all right? Okay, now you know how these AIs perform on the easy and the medium category, but let's see how they perform on the hard category. What is the hard category? Well, it's creating a strategy from the scratch with just an idea. And again, the prompt is over here. We're gonna go to the hard prompt V1, and it's really just one sentence, okay? Because I want to make it as hard as possible, right? So I'm basically telling it, hey, listen, take the Gaussian channel, and so it has to know what that is, which I don't know, let's see if it knows. And then also take the stochastic RSI, which again, it has to know what that is because I'm not giving it any code, and just combine it in some way to make money, okay? Like, it's very hard. And this is just to make sure that because I'm giving it so little information, I still need a baseline, right? So I want them to go long only. I want them to not use look ahead. I want them to use 100% of the equity, you know, all this stuff. So I just have the baseline so I can compare the strategies together. So all of them are comparable with each other. Okay, so this is just basically to get them onto the same level, but this is really what it has to do, right? This is the to do for it to create a strategy. So I copied all of this, I gave it to the AIs, and let's see what they managed to produce. So first of all, we have two versions of this test, right? We have version 1 and version 2. I will just leave version 2 hidden for now. So this is version 1, okay? This is all this text that I showed you before, just copy paste it in there. And this is what OpenAI did for this task. It actually performed pretty well. And so I had to do many tries, yes, because it's a way harder problem and I cannot just take the first result, especially because most of the results were not profitable. So this is the first profitable result that it gave me. And it came up with something that has 835% profit and 40.7% drawdown. I mean, fine, whatever. Like, I just tried to see if it can even do anything, right? So yes, it managed to do that. Let's see what Claude 3.5 Sonnet was able to achieve in this category. So Actually, I was not able to get a profitable strategy out of this AI. It created something super weird, which has a lot of these labels, and I don't even know, like it didn't use the Gaussian channel, because actually none of these AIs know what the Gaussian channel is, to be honest. They just tried their best to come up with something, and usually some moving averages and stuff, but it's not exactly what the Gaussian channel is. So as you can see, the Claude AI was not able to solve this problem. And maybe it's because the model is not big enough or large enough to have the information necessary to achieve that. But also, to be honest, O1 from ChatGPT is also not really clear about what the Gaussian channel is. It just tried its best to come up with something which was okay, but it's not perfect, right? So definitely one managed and the other one didn't manage. Okay, let's see if Horizon AI was able to produce a profitable strategy and how long it took to get there. Well, it took quite a long time. I had to try many times to get something useful out of this AI, sadly, because I like this AI, but then I don't like it for this type of problems because it's too tough for it. And it's made for other things, right? So it's made basically to see into what are you coding right now within TradingView and then improve that, okay? But if you go in with a completely crazy problem like this, where it has to start from the scratch, then yes, it can produce something profitable, but it's not very profitable. It has only 19.46% net profit, and also it has 81.85% max drawdown. So I mean, this is actually a fail, right? Like I cannot use any of that. It's total waste of time. And so that is out as well. And let's go to Gemini and see how Gemini managed this super hard problem, okay? Again, this is really the worst case for the AI, okay? So that's why I ran this problem. And remember that this is now a standardized test, and I want these AIs to get better at this, and I will try them every now and again, and I will release a video with which AI is the best for trading strategies, right? So these are the hardcore questions that I will ask it, and you should definitely make sure to be subscribed to not miss out on that. So let's go to the Gemini 1.5 Pro results and see what it managed to achieve. Did it manage to achieve profitable results or not? Let's check it out. Well, yes, profitable, but I needed a very long time to come up with something that is not failing in the code, right? Like coding errors, basically. And so that was very frustrating. And I didn't touch the code, right? I didn't fix any of the issues. So I tried and tried and tried. And at some point I got this strategy, which has only 83% net profit and 64% drawdown. I mean, this is pretty bad, okay? But hey, I mean, it managed to come up with something, right? Which is very interesting because Claude and Horizon AI, they are both paid versions and they failed. And Gemini actually managed to produce something useful. So I think that Gemini is quite interesting if you don't have any money whatsoever and you still want to mess around with AI when it comes to trading strategies. Okay, and I have one more test to run by you, which is basically a bit of an upgrade from the previous one. So it's still a hard question, but I just added a bit more information to help the AI to produce better results, hopefully, right? And you can find it here in the hard prompt v2 in the Google document, right? Go there and check it out. You can use that exact same prompt. Now, OpenAI was able to produce a profitable result. Funny enough, it produced less net profit than with the information I gave it above. So the thing is that with less information, it was able to produce more profit, which is very interesting. And with more information, it was able to produce less profit. I think you can't take this super seriously because this is just random, but still, I mean, maybe when I give it less information, it can be more creative. And if I give it more, maybe I gave it actually the wrong idea of what to do. But in any case, it worked fine. I just needed to try many times because it's such a hard problem and it comes up with stupid stuff. So I had to try way more often than with the other prompts, with the medium and easy prompts, right? Okay, let's go to Claude and see what happened over there. On the Claude side, we have actually, yes, a profitable strategy, but not really a good one, right? So here you have 70% net profit and a drawdown of 30.68 in 7 years. It's not really great. So yeah, it's okay, but it's not really awesome. But it didn't fail, right? So it didn't fail like it failed above. So giving it a bit more information helps Claude to come up with better results. That's also interesting to know. Then let's go to Horizon, right? The one that is integrated into TradingView as a plugin. So yeah, profitable. Yes, it managed to create something very similar actually to Claude from the numbers point of view. But yeah, still not really awesome, but at least it didn't fail. I mean, so it is better to provide it more information, obviously, right? And then Gemini, let's see if Gemini actually managed to do anything useful here. And so Not really. And this is quite surprising because I gave it less information on the top, right? And it was able to come up with something, but it wasn't really great. But here it actually fully failed. So every time I tried this, so I gave it more data, right? More information, more instructions, and it didn't like that at all. Okay, so that is very, very interesting. So I think that Gemini on the hard questions, completely forget about it. I don't think it's really useful there. And the other AIs, maybe when you provide more data to them, they can come up with something, right? This part here, this is why I ran this test, because I wanted to give them another chance. So they might be runners up, but still, the ChatGPT o1 from OpenAI is the best one, okay? If you have the $20 a month or whatever the o1 costs, I think you will end up having the best results overall. So, I mean, that's why I used it in my previous videos. And so this is what I wanted to show you over here, guys, that it depends what type of problems you're trying to solve with the question you're asking, right? So if it's just a simple, easy question where there is only one code that you wanted to mess with, then any of these AIs will work for you, and you can just choose the cheapest one, which is this one, right? I mean, there's no reason to pay money for that if you just want to mess around with one easy code base. But if you're combining two different codes together, then again, Gemini will not manage, Horizon AI will have issues, but Claude and OpenAI will actually manage it for you. But make sure you use the o1 OpenAI. This is very, very important. Otherwise, you get super weird results. So OpenAI 4.0 will not work in this case, right? That's why I didn't even put it here, because it doesn't make any sense. And if you're going to the very hard problems, then honestly, there is only one AI that you can choose from. And this is the OpenAI ChatGPT o1, okay? And this is not really surprising also, right? Because this is the latest model. It just came out a week ago or so. It's the biggest one, the smartest one. If you compare this AI with all the other AIs, not only on trading strategies, but on mathematics and reasoning and science and all this stuff, it's also the best one. So, I mean, it's not really a big surprise, okay? So there you have it, guys. And now you know which AI is good for which type of problem. And you also know how to classify the problems, right, into easy, medium, and hard, which is very important, right? Because those are three different categories, and then you know exactly which AI to go and use. But if you have the $20 a month, right, then just go to ChatGPT, take o1, and you'll be fine, all right? Because that gives overall the best results, right? But if you're already coding strategies inside of TradingView and you want to take advantage of Horizon AI being very close and you can ask it questions and so on, it might be cool, right? It's just not the best AI, right? Because it's not yet using o1. But once o1 is available over API, then Horizon will use it, right? And then you have all the power of o1 inside of TradingView using Horizon AI, which is very interesting. So keep in mind that this is an evolving ecosystem. And once you have a trading strategy that is actually useful and you want to automate it, then this is the next video you should watch.